This year we are launching a new product, steering and suspension parts for passengers' vehicles. This range is about 900 references as a first step, and next year we will implement 1,600 reference more, so globally 2,500 reference, covering, let's say, around 96% of the sales of the European car park. So this range is about several products. You have steering parts like tie rod end, axial joint, and you have as well suspension parts covering the track control arm, ball joint, tie rod, stabilizer links. All these parts are used for the lower suspension parts, and this is new for us. This range we are expecting a lot on that. This represents, let's say, an exchange rate which is important on the market, mainly with the MOT who are becoming more severe in Europe. First of all, one important thing is all the products are marked SKF with a designation on it. So even outside of the box, you have a certain repair indication to know is it the right reference or not. Secondly, we have reduced the range. Our competition have maybe more parts, more references. We have studied the range completely and analyzed and took only the latest references which were used by the OE car makers. And then we have developed a box, I would say, which can suffer high handling conditions in order to avoid damage during transportation and handling.
Yes, exactly. It's a half shaft, the way we call it, because we do not have the inner joint, so the side of the engine. And the reason of that product is because very often you have mechanics that are replacing the full drive shaft with a cost associated to it. They do that because disassembling the outer CV joint, it's a difficult operation. So we said, why don't we offer the outer CV joint with the shaft integrated without the inner CV joint, because this is a part that usually in your car you don't need to change ever. It doesn't wear off. So we take away the portion of the value that you don't really need to replace, and you ease. So I'm explaining already the advantages of the solution. Instead of cutting the outer CV joint, they just need to replace a portion which is very quick. So at the end, this is an advantage for the mechanics. It's true there is the cost, the extra cost of the shaft, but you save money because in terms of hours, the mechanics is not using 1 or 2 hours in order to cut by hand the outer CV joint, but replacing the full thing. It saves most of the time. And last advantage, but one of the most important, at least for SKF, which is quality, is you do not touch a very sensitive interface, which is the interface between the shaft and the outer CV joint. So you do not risk to replace something and then to have a life which is not the expected one.